1 2 1 2. All right, y'all. We are back from our break. All right, SportsFreqs once again.
Yee!
Y'all back.
What a cue.
What up?
So we got a special guest in the building today.
My man.
Our guy,
My guy.
What's good with y'all, man?
Good to
Cooley.
see you.
C-O-O-L-E-Y, that me. What's up with y'all? Thank y'all for having me, man.
What's up, bro? How you been, man?
I've been chilling, man, putting in work. How about you?
Man, we all working hard, man. Trying to stay healthy during this quarantine.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Rona free.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's
Smoke
start
one.
off with our typical interview questions. You know,
Here y'all go.
start off with typical. Where are you from?
No feast, DC.
Okay. And how'd you
Please.
get into music?
I mean, I grew up around music, you know, whether it's us going to school, having to do course and shit, but I really got attracted to it as far as a communication piece for me. It was easier for me to express myself through rapping than it was just, you know, saying shit.
Right. And like, what age you like really start, you know, I guess, you know, rapping, singing, writing rhymes, stuff like that?
17.
Okay.
Yeah, 17.
Okay.
My man. It's good to see you. It's been some years, right?
I'm telling you, man.
My man. Good to see you. Well, you already know what you're working on now. That's my question, you know. That's mine.
Man, we always working. I just recently released the album, While Waiting to Die, WW2D, if you're looking it up anywhere. But what I'm working on now currently is a new project called Sadie.
Okay. Yeah, Mique I heard some of the last project, because Mique was working on some of the mixes in the studio, the other studio.
Yeah.
So I got to peep some of them joints, man. They was sounding good for sure.
So let's talk about that. The last project, While Waiting to Die. First of all, explain the name. How you come up with the name of that?
Yeah. So one of my favorite artists in hip hop is Biggie, and so everybody know he got that album Ready to Die.
No question.
And so the perspective I was coming from in making While Waiting to Die was more so just realizing that like 7 years of your life, if you're not making an active choice in your life, you can get swept up in a whole different lifestyle that ain't even you.
Right.
And so, you know, through my whole experience of, you know, being in gangs or leaving the gang and shit like that, you know, I more so saw the standpoint of while waiting to die. Because it was like I was doing shit that, you know, really wasn't me, but at the same time, this type shit you got to do to have friends, you know, so.
Yeah.
Talk more about that, though, because that's important. We talk about reasons we get into music and reasons we choose this field and the things that pull us in and out of the field. You know, it seems that you're saying you made an album that you're discussing that idea of being caught in that little tug of war it is, you know, between the streets and what it is that your expression and other ways to provide for you and yours. As you get deeper into music, how do you keep yourself motivated to stay in the music when, you know, success is not like easily seen or understood by the people that are around you?
You get to a point where you stop focusing on what the caliber of success that you acquire. It's not based upon like what your peers are saying. It's more so the reciprocation you get within yourself. So like you go around Brooklyn and Northeast, or if you go around Southwest, like you ask about me, they'll tell you like I'm not just a nigga out there rapping. Like I make sure I'm part of the community as far as like making sure the kids see that they can do anything that they want to do. You know, we discuss anything, everything. You know, we grew up really thinking on a one-track mindset where it was like, you know, this shit is cool, and if you don't like that, then you whack. But then, you know, think about all the time if you had spent that energy not trying to appease those around you, but more so just focusing on you and honing in on your craft, like countless people would have been way farther than what we've known them to get.
Right. If you took that time to
Absolutely.
just get straight to it, because it comes from both ways, and it's funny because I don't like to compare it, and you know the comparison may come off a little bit tacky to be given.
Tactless.
You know what I'm saying, a little tactless, but it's kind of similar to, in a way, my mom foreign. She came from Jamaica, and she was just built on this idea like you got to finish school, you have to finish school, you have to finish school.
Right.
So a lot of distractions for me into music, I feel like happened because I went to a 4-year university for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A nigga would have been trapped in the studio. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, I meet the right people and we just keep grinding. But I spent a lot of that time down Morehouse. I met people good for my life. But for music, fuck no. I started 4 years later.
I'm trying to tell you, man, them 4 years spent making those connections that you would. I'm trying to tell you, bro. It was explained to me one time in high school, pretty much the difference between college and the workforce. And so pretty much was college is a chance for you to sit down with the people that's going to be connected to those jobs and all of that.
Correct.
More so the workforce is just you start from the bottom and you work up. So it really just depends on what type of person you are, what type of grind you got. You know, some people opt to get those connections. Some people opt to build up their own connections for themselves. And, you know, either way you play the game, it don't matter because at the end of the day, as long as you winning, you winning. But at the same time, you know, you got to be active in those choices. If you saying you a person that, you know, I like to make connections and that's how I get up, then own up to that. It'll be easier for you to do it instead of you trying to hide who you are. Or if you a person that just like to build it up from your own, then, you know, don't be pressuring into, hey, yo, link up with me, or, hey, yo, let's get this together, because if you want to make sure that yours is solid, it don't matter what nobody else thinks.
Right.
I like it.
I like that.
That's dope. And even with this project here, explain like the creative process. You know what I mean? Like just creating a project. Because I know we probably started on this joint probably like 2018 maybe?
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
It was a minute.
I be taking a while.
Yeah. But one thing I like about it is like I said, it's mad cohesive. It's put together well. Like I said, I know, you know how I do. You know, I mix a song 4 or 5 times so I'm done with it.
Mique on the mix.
Yeah, but so the process with this was more so letting it speak to me. I was in a certain vibe in 2018 where it was just like more evident. I had lost homies like repeatedly, and it was just like I can remember a time where we all thought we was gonna die at 18, you know, and it's sad that we died at like 27 and 29, but at the same time it's like, Lord, we thought we was gonna die at 18
no
type
question.
shit. So, you know, just reflecting back on life and how we actually came up, it was easy to just pick those pivotal moments out of my own life as far as dealing with peer pressure and becoming the person that I wanted to be. And so I pretty much just picked those different marks as far as, you know, being pressured into doing something, realizing that, you know, you're not that inside of it. And then at the same time, now that you realize that, it's like you swim deep enough into the ocean or swim out far enough into the ocean, it's like when you turn around, you know, do you got the energy to get back? You know, so it's just more so just a testimony of my own conflict that I hope speak to somebody that may be going through something similar, whether it is the streets or the pressure of having to do what your parents say or the pressure of being what the world wants you to be, and just realizing that it's all about how you play the game.
Yeah, I hear that.
I like it.
So that being said, like when did you make the choice to be like, yo, I'm gonna be like an artist, I'm gonna like do this like for real, like
freshman year in Haley.
Okay.
It was crazy. I had
real quick, y'all know what Haley is. That's a dorm hall in Bowie State. That's how me and him met. We met at Bowie State.
Hey, Bowie.
Let me give y'all niggas a bomb, man. Yeah, I like that.
Man, I want to tell the story how we met. We was all in the crew. Was
dance crew?
No, it was a rap
Nah.
crew. Before it was Fly Rebels. What was the name of it? Before it was
Fly Rebel Society.
That's the name of it.
Fresh ENT.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was the name of it.
Hey,
that
Fresh
was the name of
ENT. Can I ask, did Mique have bars?
Yes.
Chipotle, Arizona.
Mique has to rap.
Ashy rap, like the shit you hearing now, bro. Like what Benny doing and all that.
He been on that.
Bro.
Oh, bomb his ass! Bomb his ass!
I'm telling you, bro. I've heard it. I've been around early enough to hear it. I caught senior year Mique.
Shouts out to anybody who can send any Mique songs.
Chipotle in Arizona.
Send them over, man. I want to hear this Mique. Yeah.
It's on the internet. You just gotta search it. I'm Googleable.
If you know, you
I
know.
want
That's what
them
I
to
said.
search it and send me the Mique. I want
It's on the
someone
internet
to,
somewhere.
I want someone to invest themselves right now and send me the Mique.
Find that
Send me
Mique's
the
rap. No, that
Send
shit
me
is
the Mique.
fire, dog. I remember, bro.
We got one. I'm trying to tell you.
We got one. We got one. We honestly ain't put it out yet because I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
Listen,
It's a banger. It's a banger.
It's
but
a banger.
it's a
Detox
banger.
shit.
It's a banger. Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Detox shit?
Detox 2 over
Yeah.
here.
All right, you know I'm not mad at it. A nigga like me, I'll be on my detox too. I'm old on them. You know me? Well,
He wait until I go through that Wayne phase where I change, and then he just gonna drop some shit. Oh, he used to be like this though, y'all.
Nah.
And then Cooley gonna
That's
be
dirty.
like, nah, man, can you cease and desist that?
Yeah.
Cease and desist
But
that.
you know what's funny though? We was in the crew. Though. I was the only nigga that was not making no music. At the
Yeah.
time. Everybody else had they mixtapes out and freestyles. I ain't had shit.
This nigga.
Cooley in Arizona.
I was a nigga that everybody knew that could rap, but didn't do nothing.
see, that's the truth of it.
See?
During that time period, B Diddy was really actually in the playoffs. That's all it was.
See, that's more evidence. He
I'm
ain't
dead.
have to rap. He West Side Gun. I'm trying to tell you. It's evident. I'm trying to tell you.
On God though, this nigga definitely. Y'all gonna hear some shit one day. Hopefully y'all niggas send that shit in, bro.
Oh nah.
I might bring it in next week. Cause yeah, definitely in my SoundCloud.
I'm trying to tell you.
But even just your crate just I guess even picking like a production for this album. You know what I'm saying? I think we went through some beats and stuff. Like, what did you go through with that process of picking out the beats and stuff? Like the joints you really wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that was just more so what spoke to me instantaneously. I knew what I was looking for as far as the vibe, but I didn't more so have a particular sound that I was looking for. So it was just more so whatever spoke to me as far as like, it was my first time hearing the beat, so then it was just like, oh, if it hit me like this the first time somebody hear this, it's gonna hit them like this. And then if I structure it the right way, instead of it just opening them up, you know, I can say what I want.
Right. I know you go in. This nigga, you pull a beat up, he just goes in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even he's sitting there thinking about it. I gotta sit with it. It's like this nigga will like literally like make the whole song that night.
And so it's like you catching a vibe and that wave in the moment. So you write to the beat versus having things written and then trying to put them to the beat.
For I freestyle. And then after I freestyle, you know, if I like the idea, if I can remember what I said,
Kind of piece it together.
Yeah.
Heard you.
It's not. I don't look at it more so like the chicken or the egg. I don't have that. Some days it's the beat is already speaking to me, and some days I already know what I want to say, and it's just I gotta find something that match that.
Okay, so it's either way. It could come. It's kind of a vibe thing overall.
Yeah.
Heard you.
Yeah.
No, I like it. So how you feeling? You know, I know in your music you speak about the culture a lot, and I love you for it. How do you feel about the climate or what's going on today? You know, feels similar to when I first met you almost.
Man, it's crazy. Like,
right?
You even said it. We used to have crazy conversations about this. More so, it's just like the reckoning of what we were saying, pretty much. So you can't oppress people for so long and then tell them to turn the other way or not be about the violence that's being brought on to them and then expect it not to boil over. It was the same conflict between those who listened to Martin and those who listened to Malcolm. It's just like, I hear you. God say turn the other cheek, but God also say don't let them destroy you. Right. Like he ain't saying, be passive and die for nothing. And then at the same time, it's more so just like common decency. Like I'm just trying to tell you, everybody bleed the same thing. You cut off the light, everybody look the same. You feel me?
No question.
And it's like, for you not to be able to see the humanity in somebody else, is like you got to question your own humanity. Yeah. So then it'd be like at the same time, I could be mad at a human for making a mistake, but I can't even look at somebody who don't see me as a human.
Right.
That's a disconnect that it go both ways. If you can't see me, then that means you can't see you.
And then even being from, let's say, D.C., you know what I'm saying? A lot of people might say, you have more of I guess you want to say like an East Coast style, you know what I mean? Traditional rap style, whatever. Even just being from even like I said, being from here in this area right now, with this, the sound that's going on, what's it called? The DMV flow? Type of stuff like that right now. How do you know, like, okay, how do you make a decision, to say, I'm going to stay in my lane, do what I do, and do what I do best? You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep that individuality. You know what I mean?
Man, that go back to old school DMV culture for real. Like, especially in the era we grew up, I ain't know nobody that wanted to be like nobody else. You wanted to have the flyest kicks or the kicks that nobody could get, or you wanted to be able to get into places nobody can get into. So that exclusivity about your own persona, I guess from childhood when we all had it, just always stuck with me.
Yeah.
And then more so, it's just like it was natural to rap like this. You know, hearing it all my life growing up with my
Yeah.
pops and shit. So,
Yeah.
you know, it just was easy to speak to that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I definitely love the DMV flow. I think that shit rock.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not me.
No, I'm
And-
saying because you was making music before the flow even became a
Emerged,
thing. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Yeah.
I was already on my own wave, and then once it came in, it was like I could appreciate it because my
Right.
city had its own vibe, but at the same time, it was like my message is not gonna get across the way I want to with that.
And explain that real quick, because I want to talk about that. Because, rap, hip-hop out here in D.C., Maryland, ain't really become a thing until, maybe 2011, 2012, maybe?
12.
I would give it 2009 was when niggas
09.
broke
12 is
through.
kind of
Yeah.
like the smash time. I think
So,
9 is when
I want to
starts
talk about that for a minute. Us being engineers in this area, too. Can we talk about, that transition from artists, transitioning, into, okay, I'm going to be a hip-hop artist instead of doing, go-go still, you know what I mean, was the dominant music,
For sure.
So, let's say, you was, say, 17, you trying to tell niggas, yo, I rap whoop-de-whoop. Was it, especially in D.C., was it, niggas looked at you kind of funny, or was it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, nobody was hearing that shit. You had to actually rap.
Yeah.
I actually got, a stigma, or what you call I got trauma or some shit because of that. When niggas be like, can you rap? I start rapping because when you would say that shit, you walk around the way, hey, yo, I can rap. Niggas be like, all right. So who going to the court? Because you naturally want niggas to be like, oh yeah, all right, so go ahead and spit something.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody cared. Wasn't nobody on that.
Yeah.
And it's just and it wasn't nobody's fault. It's the culture was
Yeah,
go-go.
this just wasn't the thing.
You know? But at the same time, it was still appealing for me because then in go-go songs, they would take hooks or bridges or verses from actual
Right.
rap songs.
Yeah.
And then so it was we not completely deaf to it. You just got to make sure you getting it to them in a way that's digestible to them.
Right.
And
right.
then that speaks to the culture of that exclusivity or being original because it's if everybody got the bounce beat, if everybody got the pocket,
Yeah.
how do you make your sound transfer over? Because then Wale showed us that you can even rap on go-go beats to get people to listen.
Right.
So it was just how was I gonna make my connection through that? And more so, it was just polishing the flow.
Yeah.
Because before I knew it, it was just people could tell me what I was saying. It's yo, that shit hard. And
Right.
it's once you get that reaction over and over and over, that shit just keep on motivating you.
Yeah.
I noticed the transition as an engineer when I noticed the pockets. All right, there's a certain point maybe in 11, 12 where you couldn't get a nigga to pay a certain amount for a session, or they wouldn't spend a certain amount of money, and it's kind of transferred to a certain time now, where this area has certainly found some artists that are willing to actually pay for their correct sound.
Yeah.
That just started happening. That's when I really started to believe that the transfer in the area is people taking this shit seriously. You know what I'm saying? Because before then, you want to record, niggas want to record with a nigga who got the shit, and you know what I'm saying? Okay, he got the studio. We gonna go fucking smoke at his house.
Yeah.
and we gonna-
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, trapped out.
Yeah. Anything else? They you about to do what? You sent a deposit for that to rap? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just happened recently. You know what I'm saying? What time you say, even for you, and it might be hard to even speak on it in a realistic way, but when do you realize that you were you know what, fuck it, this is worth me investing in myself? I'm gonna start paying a certain level. You know what I'm saying? I'm start fucking with Mique. It might be different for you, and that's a good question for you because you were always happen to be around Mique, right? But explain when you got to the point where quality started to matter.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Once upon a time, I was at a studio called Elite Trends. And I met a guy on the board, pretty much who had explained quality to me.
Okay.
It was that. But pretty much he was just explaining he went to school to make these beats. He went to school to mix. He went to school to produce. And so the knowledge that he acquired to give the artist is it's worth more than they actually are paying for the studio time and stuff.
Okay.
And so with him understanding that, he would tell you up front, my prices are steep, but these my prices because I'm actually certified in all of these things. And then then it's once you hear the quality of the work, and then you compare it to the other work that's out, it's I don't like the price, but I can't deny the sound. So then it's just you get to that point in your own career where you realize like if that's industry standard and you're not willing to invest in industry standard, then maybe this not the industry you really invested in.
Talk.
Type shit. So,
Hello, I like that one.
you know, actually that conversation like changed the whole
Trajectory right there, boy. Yeah.
you know.
That's big, cause like, and you got it from. It's funny because you got it from someone who has love for the music, because that's the only reason they get. Like me, early on, back at once upon a time, I had some good friends that broke it down to me. You know, imagine I'm rapping and this and that. They're like, bruh, I'm gonna keep it a buck. You can rap your ass off. You can do this, that, and the third, but you don't really want to be this. You don't want to go out at this. You don't want to be at this party until this. And you don't want to do... And when I started thinking about it like that, they saved my life. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Because I would have been a bitter person just doing this and not doing all the things that are necessary to be successful in this field, and feeling like it's people not receiving me. Right? So talk about that. Have you experienced like people that were rapping with you at one point, they're no longer rapping with you now, and they're kind of just jaded on the whole idea of
I want to speak on that. I think I got a quote. A lot of people, they want to live the rap lifestyle, but they don't want to be rappers.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
See, and I wanted the opposite. It's funny because I wanted to rap, but I didn't want the lifestyle.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So I was able to take that love for music and transfer it to another place to be in the music, so I could get the music and still enjoy the idea of making the music every day. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one thing I always talk to my boys about, is that I feel like a lot of people are missing it. Like, you happen to have found a wave and figured out how to make yourself express something that's natural, right? When people right here that get lost in the idea of, I want to be in music, or if I want to be in sports, I got to be a star. No, they're Caruso's. You know what I'm saying? They're loose ball guys. They're guys, you know what I'm saying? They're trainers.
Yeah.
They're coaches.
Different roles.
Different roles. And if you really love this shit, then you embrace a role and you really push forward. You don't have to force yourself into a role.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then I've also noticed that leads to friends not being friends.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? When you tell a nigga, hey, bruh, I'm him. I'm Himothy. All right?
I'm that guy.
You Tito. Now let's win.
Sometimes somebody got to play Scotty.
Most of the time, and nobody want to be Scotty. Like my man Chris Rock said, nobody want to play the tambourine.
I don't blame him.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't blame him on not wanting to be Scotty.
Okay, you don't want to be Scotty. You know what I'm saying?
Be like GP.
Let me be somebody else, man.
Like Kareem.
You know what I'm saying? Twan Walker wanted a chip. You know what I'm saying?
And he was that guy before Paul Pierce came over there.
All right, but nonetheless, though, speak on that though. Have you had any loss of friends or change of relationships based on music and your advancement and maybe someone else's non-advancement or maybe their advancement?
I've had relationships change because of it, but not more so of my advancement or anything, but more so what you spoke to as far as, you know, they were more invested in the creation process and not the actual, you know, I want to be that person. Like I've been low key trying to, like, I've seen the life since I was like 8 because I used to hate Lil Bow Wow and I used to study this nigga life. Like, bro, I was like,
dog.
He not flowing. I used to say that shit, but I was garbage at 8. But since 8, like I've had visions or dreams of like me performing in front of people or me going to different places and speaking to people and stuff. So like that's always been natural to me. And then, you know, when you hear it from other people, it sound weird at first, but then when you come to understand, it's just like the understanding that I have of music now, as far as like the communication piece or the health part, as far as mentally and things like that, just getting shit off of you. Once you think about it from like a therapy standpoint, like you go to a therapist because you want it to be like secluded. You don't want everybody to know.
Right.
So then with that in mind, it's just like, you know, I definitely got tracks that I feel like, you know, I gave a whole lot of myself on as far as like exposing who I was and things like that. And I can see how that's a whole lot for people, or a lot for people rather.
Right.
And with that in mind, you know, it didn't alter our relationships to the point where, you know, we don't fuck with each other no more, nothing like that. But I'm more respectful of their process in music. You know, whether they want to go at it again as far as like, oh, now I want everything or not. You know, I'm here to support. Because I understand now it's something internal for them.
Yeah.
It's a different awareness, basically, about how everybody wants to move forward in this music world, basically.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think mental plays a big part. Even with what we do, because you might have some days where you just be like, bro, I don't even feel like listening to something, bro. I don't even feel like listening to music today. And then some days you just
music.
Yeah, and then some days you just want to some days you just want to enjoy music. You don't feel like working on a song. You just want to just. That's why you might go to a party, go to the club, and just be like, I just want to turn up a little bit, man. Just catch a vibe.
And that's just the reality of it. There's a sadness to this, right? I don't know if artists really experience this, but when I leave, I know when Cam leaves, I never play the radio in the car.
Can't do it.
No.
Not your music, not my music, not Moneybag Yo or any of them. None of that. I put on ESPN radio if I got to hear something in the car because I'm done with music when I leave. Yeah. It's sad because I love music so much. Maybe because I use music it's such a intense thing for me. You feel me? And so once I do that for 12 hours,
but you gotta take yourself out of like engineer mode. Like you have to literally like you said, decompress.
Do you do that as an artist? Does that come to artistry? Do you feel like you have to like shut off all the music ever, or is it like
when you turn rapper mode on and off? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I mean, I'm sure that exists for some people. Because you know me, like I be rapping, sitting just somebody tapping their foot. Let me make a beat out of that.
Okay. So
it's different for me. Like I would feel weird not doing it. It's like second nature to me at that point.
That. Yeah.
So I mean, for me to decompress after. So what I do after like a lot of hours in the studio or anything like that is just review from older work to newer work.
Okay.
Because it's like, I only know if I like this based on my, growth and my development. If I'm on the same par or the same level as I was 2 years ago, then this is trash. It doesn't matter, how it sounds. Because
Facts.
if I can't impress myself now.
Yeah.
Right.
No
I do that a lot too, like mixes and beats. I mean, shit.
You gotta go back and listen to the old joints and hear your growth.
Sickest thing.
Because you be like
horrible too all the time. It's just like in the moment
what was I
you
doing?
knew that was fire.
Like the stuff, like me and him talked about the stuff we was working on at Elite with some of them artists, bro. Bro, we went through it, bro.
Astro. It's like there'd be times where artists would be like, "Hey, bro," I'll run into an artist somewhere and they'll be like, "Yo, remember we did this, Joe?" And I'm like, "I can't remember." And then they fucking play it, and I'll be like,
"Oh,
my name on that?
I did that."
Why would they play this?
Shit.
Why do you still have this?
Shit,
We
that
did
was
this
me?
in 2016.
Fuck.
I done forgot about that joint.
Everything
I be forgetting about joints I did the other day.
Bro, fuck with me, bro. Fuck with me.
I can't do it.
You got
bro.
some new shit? Send me it, bro. Let's do some
They be
new
like,
shit.
"What's that? Remember that song we did?" I be like, "What's that joint?" I be like, "Damn, I don't remember the name." You gotta say the name. I can't remember it, bro.
I'm telling you.
My memory be bad.
I'm with you.
Cause we do so much. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure you write so many rhymes, you probably be like, "Oh, I forgot that bar." Damn.
Yeah.
Niggas be mad at me. You don't remember when I said? Nah.
I forgot. This is what I wanted to ask too, right? So, I'm on some shit. But,
I'm just really high, bro. Yeah, like it just hit me, bro. I'm fucking smacked. Like
Schmiggity.
So I was just thinking about. I have a couple guilty pleasures, and everybody kind of knows about them, right? One thing is I like to watch footage of. What is that?
separation.
All right, cool. All right, I like basketball.
You talking about sports? You talking about we in the sports? You talking
Basketball.
we in the sports part now? We in the sports part now, bro. We random. That's why he said
It's random. It's random.
But you did kind of throw niggas off with guilty pleasure though, bro.
It's a guilty pleasure, right?
Yeah, so I have a guilty pleasure.
It's about to get real spicy.
All right, I throw them off.
Separation.
Nah, it was the saying of guilty pleasure and then the slow introduction.
You know what I mean?
Like,
All right,
so,
nah, guilty pleasures just means some shit that, you know what I'm saying, I'm kind of like obsessed about. That's it. All right, and I watch like
you're guilty about it.
Exactly. I know there's a problem. I know I shouldn't be watching people get, step backs, it's basketball, crossovers. I watch it over and over and over again. Right? So
Gotta go to the step.
So like if we put on Paul George's separation video, I could probably tell you like, oh yeah, he's about to do the spin left, the drop dribble to the crossover. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see that.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of obsessed. And then the second thing that I do also is I binge television shows. Any television show that is a series, meaning that it can't be a TV show, right? It can't repeat and then they restart the characters and they wear the same outfits and none of that shit. All right, okay? It's got to be a series. It doesn't matter what genre, y'all. That's the guilty part. I don't give a fuck. If it continues and it grows, I watch it.
I watched Space Force all in one day.
Okay.
Holy
like,
shit.
So like you watch Pimple Popper.
I would. I would.
I see what the line is.
You know what I'm saying?
I see what
How to what's that? How to Get Away with Murder? I watched the whole season, the last season 6 today, and people were walking in and out, and they're like, "What is he?" What?
My
And
vibe.
I'm like, "Yo,
My vibe.
I started it. I'm gonna finish this
I
motherfucker."
have to finish it.
You know what I'm saying?
See it through.
So all that to say, what would you say is probably your top 2 guilty pleasures in that same category? There we go. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. What do
Something
you think?
weird.
So it can't be music related necessarily because that's too easy.
That's
So,
not fair.
Yeah.
Nah, I got you. One is finding any random anime person, on any social media, and purposely starting a fight. I'm talking about, like, I don't even care. I'll be knowing, like, I'm wrong. Like, I know Krillin not stronger than Goku, but do y'all really think that if Goku got hit with a Destructo Disc, he'd be alright?
They be mad as shit.
Crazy.
So you're an anime troll.
Because I love anime, but
Oh,
at the same
I love
time,
it.
like,
I love
I love
this.
playing devil's advocate. Like,
I love
That's
this.
hilarious.
you know, what if
I love
Goku didn't give you that sense of being? If he's still rocking, you know?
Oh shit.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that's love. That's love. See, that's the type of shit I'm talking about right there.
I'll tell you some weird shit.
That's the type of shit. What you got, Kay? We gotta come back. He's gotta get his second one. Let him warm up.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kay.
I like to watch the movie trailers.
Nigga, just a trailer, nigga. Just a trailer. Nigga don't even watch the movie. You watch the trailer. Oh shit.
Nah, I watched the movie, but there's like this channel called like trailers.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay.
Bruh, I will
okay.
sit there and watch that shit.
Oh, this shit coming out. This shit coming out.
Damn,
in
this gonna
June.
be tight, nigga.
You got it.
Hey,
You got
you
that shit
know what?
bookmarked.
I'm dying because this makes so much sense, dog.
Oh,
Kay
shit.
always know what the fuck is about to come out. They always make you seem like you
Oh,
missing it. You be like,
Oh
you
shit.
know that motherfucker about to come out?
Bro,
Damn, son, you don't know the Transformers about to come out? Like, damn,
Oh
bro.
shit.
Like,
shit.
no, I didn't
man.
know that, Kay.
Oh shit, my fault, bro.
He's a
Okay, I'll get mine.
He's a
I
trailer
get,
creep.
Yeah, I get
I got him.
The batteries in the over there.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah?
my man cannot get this light. We forgot to cook it last time.
Just pop the joint out. Just pop the joint out, and then in the back. Yeah. You wild as shit.
MB always slides off. He leads him to this. You gonna come out and look at him with such disbelief, like, man, I don't know what's wrong with him, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I gotta show you how to do the joints, bro. I gotta show him how to do the joints.
It'll build character.
It's right on the table. Right on the table. Yeah.
I'm too smacked for
Oh, you wild as shit.
Shout out my nigga Fly, I love him, man. This Zilla got me here.
Got me there, you know what I'm saying? That's him. Got me there.
Oh, we back.
You back.
Nah, man.
I told
what you
y'all
got,
about
Mique?
this,
What you
dog.
My
got?
joints is I like watching low budget found footage horror movies. you know those joints with the camera angle and shit.
Yes.
Like Paranormal Activity, but like lower budget than that. Like the cheap joints.
I like that type of thing.
So somebody gotta hold the drink.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can tell they pulled the string to close the door type shit.
Yes.
That should be funny as hell.
Yes.
You know why I fuck with it though? Cause it's like you was like fuck it. I want to make a movie. Fuck it. I'm gonna get the homies. We just gonna do this wild ass shit. We gonna go in the woods and film that shit.
I'm
we gonna
so
distribution.
happy.
yeah.
Mique, I'm so happy you said that because my filthiest guilty pleasure in this category is I love low budget, bad filming YouTube series as well. They go right in the category of these series.
Like, bro,
I
you ever
like
seen a
those
movie so bad that it was good, son?
shit. Yes,
So plain.
of course.
What? You ain't never seen the TCB movie?
Oh, I didn't see that joint.
Bro, I'm trying. That's the most gangster shit. We was like, fuck, we shooting this regardless. Bro. We don't care if we got no lights.
That's
we don't care if
crazy,
we got no light.
Hey, there's
Okay.
a couple of those Atlanta movies that came out in like
What was the joint with Zaytoven?
Bruh.
The Buffs. Have you guys seen the Buffs?
Bro,
You on the Buffs?
The Bluffs? Nah. It's in that joint. You talking about what? No, what's the
It's
joint?
the Buffs.
Snow on the
It's
Bluffs?
the
Snow on the Bluffs.
Snow on the Bluffs
Yeah,
is
I saw that
amazing.
joint. Yeah.
Amazing bad
That
movie.
shit got the Oscar.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then they got the Buffs.
Son,
Is,
I'm
the
gonna
Buffs
tell you
is
what site to go to. I'm gonna tell you what streaming joint to go to.
Cash
bro.
Dolls in the
I'm gonna
Buffs.
tell you joint to go.
It's a Detroit movie.
It's spelled Tubi. Tubi. My accent gonna come out.
And
Tubi.
then-
Hold up. Say it again.
Tubi. My accent gonna come out.
Tubi?
That's how I spelled it first.
Tubi. With all the digs, running around. And then
Right.
Tubi.
It's too much for me.
This
man,
joke got
today.
all. Son, I'm with my girl, bro. I was just trying to search movies, bro. This joint got all the low budget black films you
This
can
has
find,
everything you
bro.
need right
like
here.
Slim. I watched the movie. It was Busta Rhymes and Exhibit was in the joint. Shooting at each other in a fight scene, bro. I
know
forgot what it's called top of my
exactly
head,
the
bro.
movie. I know exactly the movie. I can't fucking.
Hey, what was the joint we talked about the other day with my man, The Wrath of Cain? That's one of them.
Words.
Nipsey,
like-
Gilly.
Oh yeah.
Ving.
No, it's like it's horrible. So it's like imagine like Busta Rhymes and Exhibit going head to head, bro.
Busta Rhymes. Exhibit.
And
Oh, God, it's
full
called
clip,
Full
full
Clip.
clip. Yeah, that's a joint, bruh.
Full
Watch that
Clip.
joint set. Watch that joint set. They got random niggas in that joint, bruh. They got Prodigy in the joint. Split
Joshua
Star.
Pope
They
returns
got
to
no
his
black
childhood.
Cooley, still,
home.
you're not off the hook, though. You gotta remember, you still got
Oh
one
no,
more.
I got it.
Yeah.
I
What
already
is
know.
it?
We're leaking up here.
What is it?
We're leaking.
What's your other joint?
Brooklyn drill music.
No.
Oh shit!
Shout out Sleepy Hollow. Shout out Chef G.
That nigga be in the crib.
Bro, like I'm trying to tell you, I be spitting blocks.
I appreciate,
yeah.
And I appreciate you for saying Brooklyn.
That's it.
Because it's very distinct.
It's
Yes.
very clear. I like that, man.
Yes.
Not to be confused with the UK side.
Absolutely.
And rock is just not my. it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, that's it. I hear
Was
you.
it 5 your phone? That's how you said it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I'm more the Sleepy Hollow side. Son.
Yeah, I got
My
you.
body different, bro.
What you got? Is it Fetty Luciano and Chef G?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the side right there.
Well, what's up, man?
Recipe Pop Smoke, man. He had a vibe.
Recipes Pop
Damn.
Smoke.
He had a vibe. He definitely had a vibe.
R.I.P. Man, that shit sucks.
Oh, man.
Bro, I was just in Brooklyn this past weekend, bro.
It's 22 G's.
Bro, and you hear his music playing down the block, bro, and it's just like, fuck, man. You can just feel it. It's like, damn, he was getting ready to take over,
Yeah,
bro.
It still holds the block.
Bruh, his voice, like, it
Niggas
just
saying
rings
outside.
on the block, bruh. Like, it's crazy. Everybody in the
Welcome to the
cars,
party.
the kids walking by, like, that shit was
Yeah,
lit.
when I first heard it, I didn't get it at first. Like, what is going on? But then I was like, no. I said, no, this is a vibe. You just gotta,
Nah, once I realized that they was taking it back.
yeah.
It was ours first. It was America's first. Fuck you, British motherfuckers. It was ours first. Haha.
I like what you said though, cause it's like reminiscent of like what the times is in hip hop. Cause when Biggie had died, it was the same thing. You know, they was playing
Man.
the music through the streets and all of that. But
Yeah.
and specifically in Brooklyn, it felt like he was there.
Mm-hmm.
And so like to hear you say that, like,
Oh, yeah.
that's just cool to hear hip hop repeat itself.
Yeah, you can feel it.
I'd like to credit a lot of this movement to Smurder.
Yes.
Right. Bobby Black ass.
Bobby got me looking at Brooklyn.
Bobby Black ass brought the vibe outside again. At least in my recollection.
Where did the hat go?
He made New York cool again.
Yeah.
Bobby
was
Smurder
out
made
there.
New York pretty cool again.
Sliding over cars, shooting like Tom Cruise.
All that, bro.
No, I'm still sad they supposed to do a mixtape with the Migos, bro. I was hurt, bro. I was like, damn. When they went down, I was like, no, New York, come on, get it together.
You think
it together,
Bobby
bro.
gonna come back hard, bro?
Bruh.
Still got
Roddy's rapping through the phone.
He gotta come back.
Yeah, him and
They
Pop
coming-
Smoke dropped the joint like this past weekend.
Yeah, he rapping through the phone. He was like, all right, I'm ready. Play the beat. He just start rapping. He coming back ready. Son.
Smurder man.
Schroeder is ready, and he not even gonna be.
I'm ready for it. Shit.
He's still young. He's only be like 26, 27.
Mhm. That's the crazy part, bruh. Like
He did like a 7-year bid. That's wild.
you know, some Meek Mill shit.
It's crazy.
Missed this whole growing up shit.
Yeah,
It's all good.
yeah.
Come
He
back
ready
and
to
do it.
win though.
Right.
He getting ready to come back and win.
The Smutty dance gonna come back. I can't. The
I can
Smurder
see
dance.
it.
Oh
And
my
then-
god.
The energy. They bringing the energy back.
It's about to get crazy.
The
Bro.
energy back. Shit. But we gonna keep it on the sports. Did you play? What were your favorite sports playing like growing up? Did you play any like like in like high school, college, anything like that?
Oh yeah. My favorite sport was basketball. I ran track throughout high school. Shout out Suitland High School. Shout out Bowie State University. Great programs when I was there. I did cross country, mid distance, long distance. I was running, bro.
Any hurdles?
Hell no. Look, let me tell you, I was doing cross country to condition for mid distance, but like when I saw specialties and shit, like so you gotta run the same distance that I run, like that mile, but in between that mile, you gotta jump over shit and still maintain the speed.
Crazy.
Like the steeplechase, the dumbest race ever. I'm saying it right now. Whoever is in charge of making races, that's straight up stupid. Like in real life, you run the whole pace, the whole distance of the track to climb up onto a like wall and then jump into water.
Oh,
and
That's
then
some
run.
Olympic shit. Fuck.
They making kids do that, bro.
Oh, nah.
Yeah, man.
decathlon
Basketball is his
shit.
favorite sport, though.
Okay, so with that information, I got the twist on the little question I be asking her. So look, would you rather, right? Now it's got to be in this viral era, right?
Oh,
So it's gonna be remembered and remixed and played over and over again.
Filet gonna talk about it.
It's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna happen. It's going down. So would you rather? I'm gonna give you two sports here.
Okay.
Would you rather airball the game tying and winning free throw, right?
I missed both.
For the, you got to miss both, right? On the finals. Or would you rather clip up and fumble your whole body in like a 4x1 right before you cross the
4x1.
line? You'd rather that. You'd rather
Because
fall.
that's more natural to happen. I'm trying to tell you, like getting out them blocks, bro, you liable to fall regardless.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you.
Understood.
So the 4x1, I can do that. I can take that L.
You
I
can
wasn't
take
supposed to be
that
there
fall.
anyway.
Of
I'm not
course.
that fast anyway. Why would I'm not that fast.
Right. So overall, you'd rather be embarrassed in the track than on the court.
Yeah, because track is over. Like, you run your race. I mean, you fail, but then they got to run the next race over.
Ain't gonna tell
Niggas
nobody.
remember
Understood.
miss shots for the rest of your life. Like, for forever. Think about
Yeah.
that. We're going to always remember that J.R. Smith ain't know how much time was on the clock.
Nah, Nick Anderson. Nick Anderson.
Missing
His
them
whole
four,
life.
them 4 free throws.
His whole life.
Say their names. You hear me?
That's true though.
Wow.
That's
what
true
I'm
though.
saying, bro.
Karl Malone.
Come along,
Remember Charles Smith? He missed them 4 layups.
Oh man.
I
Charles
can't
Smith,
be
remember that
one
shit?
of them, man. I'm trying.
Buffalo
hear you.
Bills. 1990
So
through
we-
93.
Now we can ask the original question. Once now I see your allegiance to the court, right? All right, so we can go to the original question. Would you rather be crossed over, you know what I'm saying, like bite face, you feel me? Drop, and they make the jumper? Or would you be getting dunked on, like
Nuts in the face.
nuts, everything,
Like,
I fell. He stepped on my foot.
boom. Crossover every time?
It'll be whatever I say. As long as ain't no camera out there.
Okay.
Oh, he stepped on me.
no,
bro.
this the viral though. It's going viral.
it's viral,
though.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
viral.
nah, still same thing. He can say fillet,
rather
everything.
cross-
Skip to the lanes. not the dunk.
Not the nuts, not the nuts, not the nuts. Okay, I can hear
That's
that.
fair.
I can hear that.
Cause you don't remember the name of the dude that got dunked on by Vince Carter, but you always know.
Vince Carter got the dunk.
Yeah.
I kind of understand that.
But you like a footnote in history from now on.
Crossovers kind of
like-
go away.
Exactly.
They kind of go.
But
Unless
the
they
thing,
AI.
but YouTube is
Yeah.
is reviving them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
when they
only
make them
thing.
compilations.
Because this nigga's obsessed with separation.
It's me.
So
It's me. But like,
So you watch like Bone Collector videos.
no. Show him what he watches, bro.
pull it up, man.
They'll watch
it's bad.
like CJ McCollum step back compilations.
Oh,
Yeah, but
okay.
like,
But I be on that
it
shit
is
too
like,
though.
It's like 15 minutes of CJ McCollum, like,
Just mixy.
Killing it.
and then I'll get him.
Oh,
I'll
like
get,
Jamal Crawford too.
yeah,
Yeah,
Jamal
yeah.
Crawford,
Yeah.
Drew Holiday. It gets, and then I get obscure. All right, then it gets to like,
No,
why
if
are
you-
you watching that
no.
person?
Donovan Mitchell.
If you was,
But I am.
if
But
you was,
he created separation, so
Nah,
he
son,
got
I'm gonna fuck
If you
y'all
can
up.
do
I'm
that,
fuck
I'm
y'all
gonna
up.
watch
Watch
him.
this. Watch this. If you was on YouTube, I'm talking about back in the day.
Yeah.
Yanka Dare.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So that channel had the most random
Everything.
videos, like Bob Sura compilation, a motherfucking
They had
Tyrone
it.
Hill
They
compilation.
had it
and shit.
for me. If I was doing it then, you see, I watch Alonzo Tears. Separation, y'all. I know I shouldn't have watched
Lonzo
that. but I
Sear?
did.
Lonzo
did.
Sear? Wow.
I
I keep
did.
trying to tell y'all, son. I'm gonna tell you a channel to follow, bro. Down to Buck, bro.
It's
you
gotten
would
bad.
Tweeze. You would love this YouTube channel called Down to Buck, bro.
All right, I'm gonna check it out.
Bro, he has like this
Say
is dude.
less.
He makes the most random compilations, bro.
I don't sleep, so I watch this.
No, there's this other YouTube channel you should follow too. It's called SportsFreqs.
Yes.
You should follow
That
that.
one.
Follow that.
That one.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, like it. Look at fucking K. Get your shit off.
I'm just saying. I think it's a
Get your shit off, K. Because
good idea.
you're
Who
doing the
is
right
that?
fucking thing.
Free promo.
Ooh.
Free promo.
Ooh,
Oh, see Vic, see Vic, see Vic, see Vic.
this is a regular.
See
This is
Vic.
a, this is a
I mean,
regular.
it's ugly. It's ugly.
And
But
see,
I still remember John Morant almost killing that man.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I still
okay.
remember that.
I understand.
move.
It's like when you get crossed, it's not necessarily a body the same way a dunk is a body, I guess. But I will say this: as I watch all these, they can attest to this. I constantly sit here and say, "Come here, whoever
Stop.
the name is of whoever's getting crossed."
Give it.
I yell their name out.
Corey Brewer. Get
Yes. Corey, welcome to work, Corey. Steve.
I mean, it's attempted murder. I see that.
And this is what I love about it. It's in the regular flow of like regular games. That's what made me watch it too.
You
Like,
should do this. Oh, come here. Oh.
This is a random Tuesday.
Is that Yogi? Yogi. Yogi Pharrell. Give me.
Get off of me. Get off of me.
Here it comes.
Hey guys, we
Okay.
should probably wrap this up because I'll watch this and keep talking about it for
Ah.
the next 30 minutes.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's
Clear
just random
space.
shit. So like when you play basketball, right? Like what NBA player would you compare your games to? Like who you say you play
I
like?
remember. And wait. Before I'm gonna give you a disclaimer before you get all crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. We're trimming it down to that mid-range player, so don't go too hard now. Like I'll give you this example. I'm Tim Thomas.
I'm Rajon Rondo.
All right. You feel me?
Okay.
So you want to be the most like ratio-wise league. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
It's different.
On defense.
Okay. Shout out to
Oh
him
yeah,
for-
no. On defense, ask anybody. I'm Pat Bev. I'm a dog.
Okay,
Oh,
hey,
Oh.
bomb him up.
I'm a straight dog.
Bomb him up. Cooley the first person to actually really realistically break it down and say defense and then offense, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Continue.
Okay.
That's cool. I like that.
So on offense, I'm Markel with a Carmelo mid shot. That's my money
I like
right
that.
there.
That's I can believe that.
That's my
We can
money
get
right
somewhere
there.
with that. All right.
And that's just being from here. You play like the style from here.
Yeah, I mean, because, once you start driving in consistently and you start making it, they
Yeah.
got to bite no matter what. So then it give you that option just to step out.
Okay.
And then that's my money right
And
there.
find a situation.
Didn't Mikey say that too?
No, he said he was mellow. He said he was mellow, like early mellow.
Then he said it just now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there some?
But
music,
I'm saying like
you know?
I think it's being from here.
Yeah, like that's
Is
crazy.
there a music thing? Is there a music thing that makes you have the mellowish?
Buckets,
thing?
buckets, la la, buckets, buckets.
La la
Buckets.
buckets.
That's it. That's
and,
it.
And how would you describe the I guess the quote unquote DC Maryland basketball playing style compared to like New York, Cali, down south, Canadian, European?
There's a bit of go get it, and a bit of like resentment, like a little bit of I don't know, get back. It's like a little chip on your shoulder from here.
Yeah, I love it, though.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
it's like if you go to New York, it's more flashy. It's like,
a sure, confident type thing.
right. But here, you got to actually be able to do that. So, like, I don't see celebrations here until after the fact. And they always,
It's a different type of confidence. It's confident, but it's more like I'm confident that I'm about to prove that I belong.
Right. You just saw what happened, but I got more to do type shit. I like that here is like, show me first.
Yeah, we got a lot of bucket getters. A lot of bucket.
Do we?
This is the role player capital here. No, that's good. That's a good thing though.
Yeah.
If you think about it, a lot of the niggas from here are key role players on teams. So I like that shit.
Yeah.
And then you got obviously KD.
Yeah,
we got the stars.
That's
That's
something
an
different.
outlier.
Yeah, there's an alien.
We know the stars from here, bro, but it's just like, it just seems like this is such an area that's just starting to saturate the league in a way.
For sure.
And that's good, man.
So we talking about like you said basketball from being out here and everything. Everybody getting buckets. Who are some of your favorite players like growing up, and like who are some favorite players like now?
Oh, it was only one growing up. It was Kobe.
Okay.
Heard you.
It's only one. I'm
That's-
trying to tell you. I mean, I understand that everybody got their eras, and you know, if you ask a different person of a different age, they're gonna say who the great was, but it's only one, bro.
Thank
and
you.
He was 24.
Thank you.
So that's a perfect transition to the traditional question here is, we all said who's your second favorite best player? Like we know, like all along you had that little person that you know, you might not admit it. You know what I'm saying? But you watch their games.
He
You
was
care about
tight.
their
He was
stats.
kinda
You like,
tight.
man, I fuck with them. They tight. You know what I'm saying? Who is that for you?
Man, Kawhi is crazy on defense, bro. Like, not even the offense part. Just
You talking about Spurs Kawhi?
yes.
Okay.
Like ridiculous. Like I'm not even looking, but I can stop the ball in transition type shit. Like don't
Used to
nobody
be some
talk
wild
enough
shit.
about that. I mean, yeah, his hands is like 2 hands, but still, you know what the word.
Right.
Yeah, man. But any of Kobe's skits for real. Like I like.
I like that.
What I like about the league now is that it's so diverse. It used to be so dominated, or not dominated, but it was either gonna be Cleveland or Golden State for like 5 years straight. And now it's so mixy. It's like you don't even know if it's gonna come out of the West or the East. So
Yeah, this season, this might be the most
oh, not this one.
This
I'm not gonna
season.
tell my kids about this one.
You have
this
to.
season.
I'm gonna lie about 2020.
You know they're gonna ask.
I'm gonna
Hey
tell
man,
them
what
it's
the?
a lockout.
Hey dad, what the fuck was going
What
on
you
in
want-
2020?
You don't want the Lakers to win?
Man, not this way.
They're gonna win
Okay,
this
I'm
way
a Lakers
though.
fan, man. We're
Not
gonna
this
win.
way.
Either way, we gotta take it.
No, this is because I keep telling niggas, I'm gonna keep saying it. This is like one of the last chances. Because Golden State is coming.
Who's second? Who's
They're
who's
coming.
that like sneaky
Man.
guy you want to see next though in this 22, or you're most excited to see in this 22 game tournament? Like I know I want to see Philly Cheese. I want to see Deion Waiters, man. I'm excited to see.
Oh,
Deion
you
Waiters.
want? Oh, okay.
I want to see what he's doing.
How many minutes you think he gonna get though? Like 15?
I hope he gets 20.
I'm excited to see John Morant.
I love
think
you
you
want to see the Wizards. They was on a run. before
Okay,
everything
so
shut
you want
down.
to see Brad? You want to see Brad?
Brad was gone, bruh.
John
I'm
Morant.
gonna do a.
Is everybody healthy? Is everybody gonna play? That's the only
John
thing
can't
about
play.
this I like.
John could play, but I don't think he's gonna.
I
play.
had no
What
faith
do
in
you guys
the
think
Wizards,
about
bro.
that?
I just had no faith. Not right now.
Should John play?
John Wall just need to sit out, bro. He just need to sit out until.
Even though they
needs
got a
to
really
heal
good chance to make
himself.
Yeah,
their
he
feet.
can
Okay,
chill.
y'all
He
think
can
he should
chill,
just
bro.
hold it out?
Chill, bro.
They got a really good
Y'all
chance.
think he's gonna
though.
come back?
John
No.
Wall,
He's ready.
I mean, not him. I'm talking about like just the NBA period.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we
Oh yeah. He gonna come back. But then you got You think D Lillard gonna turn up though? In the Blazers?
They making it so he can. Holy shit.
It's
What is
look,
this
What do
plan?
they gotta do to win a championship, bruh? I'm tired of them getting close and not
Trade.
good.
Get a new trade. I mean, a new coach. Excuse me.
They gotta get a new coach
They need one more person.
They
and
need
or one
somebody
more,
needs to
and
run
or a small forward
and a small forward
that
and-
plays defense.
Bro, but moreover
lot.
than any, like a Trevor Ariza
Yeah.
would be perfect. But I love Trevor Ariza. I don't know if y'all know this. I say his name a lot.
I thought he was
Yeah.
with them this year.
Nah,
Portland,
No, who he with?
They with the Rockets.
Man.
going back with the Rockets.
Oh, okay.
Right.
tough guy.
Try
Okay.
knock Trey Young block over.
Oh yeah.
Nah, but moreover, like,
But I thought he had like a sneaky season with them though.
nah, they just need more motherfucking coaching. Like the offense is just terrible. I hate the fucking your turn, my turn offense. It
sucks.
never works unless you're LeBron and D Wade.
I mean, they're
Holy
the only,
shit.
They're like the only team in the NBA that doesn't have a third type of play set. Like they don't go to the pick and roll or anything.
Nothing.
It's either Dame get open or McCollum
CJ
get
go
open.
in or fuck it.
And then if they not getting open, they give it to Melo.
Melo chuck it.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's whose ass is on there.
Dame, CJ, or fuck it,
Right,
or
that's,
Melo
that's
chuck
the
it.
piece they
Okay,
added this
I like
time.
that.
Yeah, Melo is killing from that right wing.
Stop it, bro.
No, he is. It's true. He's still efficient, man.
Bro,
get-
he's
he-
down like
You gotta get to that
15.
He gonna
Only on that right
give
wing.
you give you 5 jab steps and then he gonna pull up.
And down 15 is against the bench guys.
I will accept no Melo slander.
It's not slander. It's just what's real, bro.
Oh, come on,
Like,
bro.
Come on, bro.
I
That
will
team
only talk
sucks.
discuss Melo pre-Portland and pre-Black Problems.
Touche.
Melo is
Oh,
all good
shit.
now in this era. You got about 15 days, Melo. You're all good, baby. Whatever happens, baby, no one will talk ill about you. I promise.
I will shut up and burn my funnel.
Cause it's black, baby.
we talked about this off camera. You was out in Cali for a while.
Mm-hmm.
A
I
while?
live out there now.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So like, how was recording and just catching the vibe out there, Nathan?
I mean, it's cool. I got a little setup that I go to, and I record there. You know, the vibes in the studio is just, you know, who you invite or who in there. So, you know, you never can predict what it's going to be. But overall, it's always a cool vibe.
Right, and is the environment, you know, being out there influencing like the new sounds, anything like that, or?
Definitely new perspectives.
Right.
Yeah, you know, different views of life. I think the farthest I've ever been before I moved was to Texas.
Okay.
So, you know, just seeing a whole different type of social time, you know, like how people react to certain things as a unit when you only been in the city your whole life. You know, that it's just been adjusting to that, but it hasn't been difficult.
Right.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
You was in LA?
Yeah, I'm out, what's that called? Sherman Oaks?
Oh, yeah, you in LA. Close enough.
Yeah, I'm not in it.
Nah, yeah. They call that the Valley.
Yeah, that's where I live at.
Yeah.
I'm in the valley.
That's ours. You know, that's how I know you're in official Cali territory when you say, you see what I'm saying? He didn't perpetrate. Tell you where he's at. Sherman Oaks. You know what I'm saying?
Sherman Oaks is, yeah.
And we talked about too the gas out there. What the gas is like out there compared to, you know? Hey, I know you went.
The
We talking
what?
about the
Me?
gas.
The gas.
gas.
Boy.
Hey, we're trying to burn me out, bro.
Which
I know I'm
camera is that
washed.
camera?
I know I'm washed.
It's that camera. First of all,
I'm washed.
that is not gas, sir. I know why we call it gas now. That is premium cannabis.
Okay.
That premium cannabis out there
It's different.
is ridiculous.
All right.
I'm talking about, like, imagine like somebody like Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory growing up inspired to be a botanist.
Okay.
And then he started his own weed factory.
Heard you.
And then he actually split himself into like maybe like 20 or 30 versions of himself and did different versions of the thing. That's what LA like. It's like, I mean, you can go around the way, you can ask the homies what's up, but they pretty much gonna give you what they got from the store. Like, it's crazy.
Okay. So it's like a different culture in terms of, like, you know, you grow up with the idea of, I want to have better weed. I want to find better weed.
You don't even know that, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, me, before I moved out there, I was, like, super rookie. Like, I knew what gas. I knew this is gas. This is going to get me high. This is huff. This is not it. But then when you get over there and realize, like, they got, like, names for huff. Like, they're going to tell you before you buy it. Like, imagine that.
Oh,
How
no,
many
this
times
is
have
huff.
you copped and somebody that you ain't never copped for before, not your mans, but just hit you with the, oh, yeah, this gas. You go to the road, hit the first J. This is a huff bag.
Yeah.
You ain't never gonna see that dude again. But out here, they look you in the face and be like, this is not what you want. But that one, that's the one.
Because it has so many weeds, so many different type of flavors and weeds, they can afford to do that.
But not just flour, but then there's like consumables and
Listen to you.
topicals and
Not just flour.
I done changed, y'all. I done changed.
I love when my state does that to people. Did y'all hear that? That man said, not just flour.
Flour.
I love that. No, that was it right there, nigga. That let me know you know what you're talking about.
Yes, sir.
Oh, shit.
I like that though. It's just like if I go to buy a car, right? I like when I get to the dealer and the dealer tells me, nah, hey, what you look like getting in that car right there? I know it sounds crazy, you know what I'm saying? I know they selling me something, but look, bruh, everything up here can't be for me.
It can't.
If you telling me that when I get right to you and you tell me that everything's for me, I know you're not a real person. I can't deal with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pick a lane and tell me. So I like that. You know, here we don't get that kind of vibe everywhere. Kind of gets us like, yo, I got that G. You coming to get it?
We're 5 years away. We're 5 years away here.
Then the process about it.
I got some rapper. You coming to get it? 60.
That nigga said we
I'll
got
be
that
to
G.
you in 30 minutes and it'd be like 15
50.
hours and shit.
And then
like,
come to you and they don't even have the rapper. See, but I had.
you still want me to come
But I
through,
made
bruh?
two drops
No,
on
but
the
I had a
way.
rapper, but the two niggas that got on the way. So you
So
was
all I got is a
bullshitting.
KD.
You was bullshitting. So look, I got a KD at this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's only 40 though. You know what I'm saying? But that's the difference that we got right here. Like, so when I be out Cali, it's like I get everything that I want.
You never knew getting weed could be so difficult until it was so easy.
Yeah.
Man, I hate coming back here sometimes. Bro, I'll be like, nigga. Here we go. It's about to rain.
Nah, he right though. I know next time I come back home, I gotta know somebody. I gotta know what's real, or I gotta figure out. No, I gotta give me that card.
There you go, bro.
The card is the
My
one.
man. On God.
Oh yeah, I done seen what he did to y'all.
Oh my God.
Make sure we link up when this is over.
Oh.
Yes.
Nah, most definitely.
Give back.
You see the shirts,
You feel me?
gifts.
Gifts.
New shirts, new
Donations.
and donations.
Yeah, so we all selling these soon, so be ready, y'all.
Hell yeah. Me going crazy, you got me looking, real
bright.
Shit crazy.
bright and colorful over
Hey,
here.
man, turn my reverb on, man. That shit
Oh,
crazy. You
shit.
pasteled up over there, man. Let me get some verb or something, man. That shit crazy, B. Yeah. You out of yeah. Purples. Royals. You need I need the purple. I need the lavender.
Y'all
heme.
hear this? This is
I need the lavender heme. You heard? The lavender, royal lavender heme.
Hey, get this
Yeah.
nigga out of
You
here.
hear that? I sound king-like. Can I get some purple?
Man, let's get some goofy music. And get it out.
Fade us out and I'm gonna get act up with this reverb. You know what I mean? Hey, this makes it
That's the one.
That's the one. This is the one. This the one right here, Cam.
It's one of these days.
Damn, he turned the reverb on me right when I hit the
He
tag.
about to get us some goofy and get us out of here, man. Y'all crazy.
Wild as shit. Wow.
The mixer is multifaceted, apparently.
Yeah, so
We've arrived.
yeah. Right. Before we wrap up, what we expecting new? What we expecting new to come out?
Oh, I gotta limit what I actually say, but stuff.
Oh, you see he looked off camera? Y'all
stuff.
seen that shit? Oh,
It's
shit.
stuff coming.
Hey, he got one of them, y'all.
Oh,
You
shit.
hear me? His little off-camera little.
I could talk about this.
His shit organized like shit food.
I be trying to spoil shit like Tom Holland with Marvel, bro. Like,
Okay.
alright. Say this before you look. You can't stop me, nigga.
Another question I'd like to ask is, if somebody's looking up your music, what 3 joints would you want them to check out? Don't necessarily gotta be the popular songs, but the 3 joints you really, really like. This my shit. This is me right here.
Oh, absolutely. While Waiting to Die, Paranoia, and Pearl Something 3.
Okay. Good joints.
I think I want to hear Pearl Something 3.
Yes, sir. That's definitely the Smoke Session song right there.
Play it.
We're gonna pull it up.
It's in your Serato, I know.
Oh yeah, it's on that yellow.
On all streaming services.
And go again, bet you.
You heard that? Let's repeat that. On all streaming services.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Apple, Spotify, Tidal.
Come on, one of y'all pick us.
Deezer.
One of us. Make it so that we won't say the
Pandora.
niggas' names no more, man.
Napster.
We won't say them niggas' names no more. Heard?
What joint is it on?
Let us know.
The reason why I said that is because I just got a check from all them niggas.
It's on paint, my bad.
Oh, yeah. And it was a good time
Get paid, Hurt.
reading my statement.
Get paid, Hurt.
Damn, DJ, I'm about to kick the table.
Hey man.
Damn.
No
My
music.
Serato fucking up.
No music. No music. No music.
That's terrible. We some shit.
I wasn't ready.
Man,
We some
right?
shit.
Man, next to him, bro.
Oh, not that.
Nah.
Okay.
Damn.
I'm not to say.
Them other classics.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? On the spot. Put you on the spot.
All right, we ready.
All right.
Yeah.
He like, all right, nigga, all right.
All right, so this is a signature Cooley joint, Pearl Summer 3, produced by my man Ty Rellington. Woo, woo, woo. Shout out my brother.
Shots.
Hey, what's up, Marcel? Yo, I had to call you. I'm gonna keep this short for you. I know you're busy, but I had to call you because I've seen your playlist, your track list. Yo, a Pearl Song Part 2. So you actually listen. That's crazy as shit, yo. Like, that is crazy, man. Hey, so I love you, son. You say out there, hey, hit me up, man. I can't wait for that shit to drop because I'm buying it first. What you gotta do? A midnight release? I'll be up. Fuck it. I don't even care. 2 days?
Yeah.
What's that? What's that? Wednesday? Friday? Shit, hell yeah. I'll be up waiting for that joint, yo.
Yo, the louder take that ass to outer space. For some of y'all, the Stratus. A solar system on my shoulders, I'm a god, the Atlas. A lot of shit on my plate, some nights ain't shit on my plate. Some nights he blesses with steak or a break. Like when me and Marley got stopped by the feds. Cuff niggas and searched us both, but they ain't find the gags. Hallelujah, I used to go to church a lot, now I don't go. With me and him, eye to eye with it, so if I don't show fear, it's cause I know I'm covered like Gold State. A State Farm agent for the money, cause my mother got bills and we ain't never got the money. We still manage to get by, I still manage to get high. I need my paper high enough that I do more than get by. My pop's body shutting down is killing me slow. Ironic, I get high to balance out all the lows. Cause if I don't, I might fall. And if I do, then who knows? Hey, God bless the weed man. Hey, God bless the seed that becomes the tree. God bless the fire that produces the smoke. And I hope that you niggas will be dope as me. Okay, God bless the weed man. Hey, God bless the tree that becomes the seed. God done. Pearl something 1 time for a nigga, ayy. Pearl something 2 time for a nigga, ayy. Pearl something 3 time for a nigga, ayy. Yeah, ayy. Pearl something 1 time for a nigga, ayy. Pearl something 2 time for a nigga, ayy. Pearl something 3 time for a nigga, ayy. Yeah, ayy. To be honest, you started as just a trophy.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Clean. I see why you picked that joint.
That's the third installment of the Pearl Something series.
He put his foot in that joint.
Oh, yeah, that's hard.
Trying to tell you, man, he go crazy.
Tyrell. Funny as shit on social media.
Yeah.
Funny as shit, bro.
Wow.
Definitely tune in for
Yes,
sure.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all, you ready to wrap it up?
Yes.
All right. So, once again, the Sports Freaks, y'all. Mique on the mix.
Mixed by KM.
Mixed by Tweeze.
All right, we wrapping up, man.
Appreciate
you,
it,
brother.
man, for
Appreciate
sure.
y'all for having
Yes,
me,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I can't
Yes,
wait
sir.
to be in the next, on the side next time. I'm going to watch the next episode.
All right, y'all.
I know you got something on the way out. I always bug you.
We're going to play that While Waiting to Die single off of the album While Waiting to Die. It's on all streaming platforms.
Get your shit off.
Mixed by me, myself.
Hey!
Get your shit off.
Shit off.
One time for the, 2 time for you.